because my older brother's awake. So we're gonna do a Q&A, and about a few people asked me questions, so I guess that's alright. So hopefully this video isn't very long. Now, I just told my friends and all cubers to just give me any questions, and this is what I get for some reason. Why do I get aroused when I bite myself? I don't know. Maybe your nervous system is switched into your hormones? I don't really know. That's weird questions. It's like the last Q&A I've done. It was like, why are cheese balls? Crap, I forgot. Something like that. It's been very long though. Explain us E equals mc squared and how Einstein got that idea. Well, experts equals more cubes because expert cubers earns free prototypes. Or energy equals milk times coffee square. Or evil equals more chores. It's pretty understandable. How much wood could a woodchuck... What? Oh, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck wood? Surprisingly 700 pounds of wood. I'm not lying. What else? Where? You just put where. As I said, any questions? Where? Where did Noah put the bees when loading the ark? In the archives? I don't know. That was continuing. Are you color neutral? And are you in Nebraska? Oh boy, the cubing memes cannot stop. I used to be color neutral, but mostly no, I'm not really color neutral. For some reason that colorblind self affected me. So I didn't become colorblind, I'm just like, okay, I can't be color neutral for some reason. I don't know why, but it's very weird. And no, I'm not in Nebraska. Why do you... Okay, so many people ask me this question. Okay. No, I don't. I do not have a furry fetish. Just cause I'm a huge... well... more like Silver the Hedgehog fan, but still. Just cause I'm a Sonic fan doesn't mean I'm a furry, okay? Or I'm into furries. No, I'm not. Does that mean what? Like Undertale, Monsterphilia, Necrophilia, or FNAF fans, they're into freaking robotic stuff, or Pokephilia, or Steven Universe. Yeah, let's get into that level, okay? Steven, well, actually I don't know anything about Steven Universe, so it's, I can't speak, and I have to do this fast. I can't say anything about Steven Universe because I don't know nothing about it, so I can't really say anything about it. Why are memes so dank? Why are memes so dank? Because meme creators nowadays are dank. If that makes sense. Do you like it when Mahale memes you? Somewhat. Somewhat. I actually do like the memes when he make memes about me. Oh gosh. It's just hilarious. What's your PB and when did you start cubing? I shouldn't say my fastest PB because then it'll be into a conflict. So I would just say my PB would be 7.52 seconds on 3x3. And I started cubing 5 years ago. Yeah. When I was like 6th grade. So yeah, 5 years. 5 years ago. What is your main cubes? For 2x2 I use the Moyu Weipo. For 3x3 I use the Vok. 4x4 I use Shengshao Wind. 5x5 I use Shengshao Wind. 6x6 I use the Moyu Aoshi, but I might get a new 6x6. Probably a Weishi GTS because I heard it's faster. And it doesn't pop, hopefully. For one-handed I use Weilong GTS. For Skib I use the Moyu, the version 1, not the magnetic, because the magnetics, the Moyu magnetic one I have, it's not fast enough. I heard people saying it's super fast. It's not fast. It's not fast. It's pretty slow. It's probably because I'm using a limited edition one. So I might get another Moyu magnetic, the regular one, not the limited edition one, to see if there's like a difference or like if it is really that fast. Because I kind of think the limited edition, it's not supposed to be for speed cubing, so I would think it's slow because it's limited edition, something like that. For pairings I use Shengshao. Square one I use a YJ Guanlong. I need a new square one for sure. And then for Megaminx I have the X-Men Galaxy. Alright. Multiple questions. Okay. So, for mentioning, Charisma YT, or Charisma YouTube, asks, who or what made you want to start cubing? Well, how I started cubing is I found a 3x3 at my relative's house and searched up, well, I was just playing with her cube, and then afterwards I just searched up world records for the fastest solves on the Rubik's Cube, and then I noticed there are different kinds of Rubik's Cubes, and I was like, whoa, I never knew that. And then I started to look at more Rubik's Cubes, and that's how I got satisfied and just intrigued by it, probably. And yeah, that's just how I started cubing. What is it? I didn't know how to solve a Rubik's Cube first. The first thing I did was, just as I noticed there was a lot of puzzles, I started to research more about twisty puzzles. So I kind of researched over 30,000 Rubik's Cubes, and I might probably remember most of them, but not all of them, because it's been long. And then after I'm done with that, I started to research about speed cubing, and that's where I learned about a lot of methods, and that's where I started to learn how to solve Rubik's Cube, and continues on like that. Lazy C-Fop was created and stuff like that. Where or when was your first competition? I don't know when. Probably like, yeah, 2015. I'm pretty sure it was 2015. And my first competition was at Berkeley Fall, 2015. What do you average in each event? Not all events, because I don't do all events. Plus, I don't have all the WCA puzzles. So for 2x2 I average sub 6, mostly sub 5, but I average sub 6 when I mess up, because I tend to mess up a lot because I use Ortega. For 3x3 I average sub 17 through 21 ish whenever I mess up also. For 4x4 I average sub 2 minutes. For 5x5 I average sub 3. 6x6 I average sub 5 through 6 ish. I don't really speed solve 6x6. For 3x3 OH I average sub 25 seconds. For Scube I average sub 6, mostly sub 6. And then Pyra I average sub 15, because I hate Pyra. Megaminx, I average sub 2 through 3 minutes ish. Sub 3 minutes if I mess up, but mostly sub 2 minutes. And then finally, Square One, I average sub 45 seconds. I don't do 3 blind, or I can't blind solve, and I can't feet too, because feet is I just don't like doing feet. And then, what made you think to pursue your hobby as a cuber? It's more like feeling satisfied and to have fun being a cuber, and that's why I don't know, it became the best hobby. Lol treatment asks CF or PF? PF. What is the best budget cube for beginners or for starters? Shingsha Aurora or MFDRS or Chi Warrior W. Get those cubes. And there's my older brother. If you could hold one record, what would it be? Scube world record. Does pineapple belong on pizza? It could belong on anything. It could belong on a plate, it doesn't really matter. I don't eat pineapple pizza though. But it doesn't really matter though, because I have siblings who eats pizza with ranch on it and with gravy on it. So it doesn't really matter. It could belong on anything. What advice would you have for someone to reach sub 20? Don't struggle yourself with look ahead. Forget look ahead. You know, I understand look ahead is very hard to practice. If you want to become sub 20, be creative on your speed solves, you know. Learn algorithms to help you get faster. Learn algs for bad cases and annoying cases that makes you slower. Whatever you're comfortable with. Recognize cases faster. That's very important. And make your own shortcuts to cut time. So as I said, be creative on your speed solve. Go ahead and pretend to do a walkthrough solve for yourself, and you can learn such things. Teaching yourself to get faster. Just be creative on your speed solve. That's it. That's how I became sub 30 automatic when I started cubing. Because Lazy Seafop really helped me learning a lot of algs without look ahead, and then here I am being sub 20 for like a year after, because I learned lots of algs and recognized a lot of cases, start getting used to it. I'm like, okay, now I'm starting to recognize this, so this case I could just automatically do the alg muscle memory. It's fast. It cuts time efficiently. Well, not efficiently, but like it really helps. It really helps. But it takes time too though. But still, be creative. I'm going to a comp pretty soon. Any advice? Be very focused to your cube when you speed solve. But most importantly, have fun. Have a lot of fun. Have as much fun as you can. Socialize. It doesn't really matter. Race. Have a lot of fun. It's a competition. Yes, but like still, it's just have fun. I forgot what I was about to say. I lost it, but whatever. Next question. Do I need to take apart and clean a new cube after a certain amount of solves? Bought my first cube and was hoping I wouldn't have to do this. Will the cube deteriorate faster if I don't? I don't think you have to. No, you don't have to clean your cubes. The more solves, the better it becomes. And that is it. That's all the questions, and yeah, basically done. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks to those people who asked questions. because it made this video possible. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So see you guys later.